Today on the show,
I visit the place where superheroes are born.
Best Actress Oscar nominee Saoirse Ronan builds us the perfect Greta Gerwig watch list.
That's quite a fresh approach.
And Jesse Plemons creeps us out.
Big surprise.
It's Thursday, February 15th, and this is the IMDb show.
The Academy Awards are coming up on March 4th.
And one of the races that we're following very closely is Best Director.
That's right, and Greta Gerwig's nominated for Lady Bird, yay! So we asked Lady Bird herself, Saoirse Ronan, what it was like working with her.
As an actor, she has a sensitivity towards other actors that another first-time director might not have.
She has a big heart. She's warm, but she's also kind of scary.
She's worked with a lot of great filmmakers like Mike Mills and Noah Baumbach and people like that. And so I think she's like taken what she's learned and sort of developed her own style.
It's never enough.
It is enough.
We also asked Saoirse which of Greta's acting performances we should all add to our watch list.
Tell me the story of Us.
Frances Ha, because I feel like so much of her is in that. She totally shines in it. Noah did a great job with the film. Everyone's great in it, but she just is like a shining light. She's so fantastic.
Tracy!
Mistress America, because it's their second film together and you kind of see how they've grown as filmmakers.
Must we document ourselves all the time?
And again, she just plays a completely different character who's really funny and kind of out there.
That was Pretend Rewind.
And 20th Century Women, because Mike Mills is a brilliant, brilliant director. And it's about how the women in this young boy's life helped to shape him and how he learns from them. And again, Greta is playing someone who's just completely heartbreaking in it.
That's slightly off topic.
You know, I've said it before on the show, I love Lady Bird so much. I hope they take home at least one Oscar.
Or more. Speaking of, Kerry and I will be co-hosting the IMDb Live viewing party with Dave Karger and Kevin Smith.
Which I'm very excited for. No eye contact, high five.
We hope you'll tune into IMDb on Oscar night. You can find us at all of these links. Okay, so you know that thing where you see an actor and you know them from somewhere or something, but you're not sure what, and then all of a sudden you start to see them everywhere and in everything?
Yeah, totally.
Well, if you've seen Hawaii Five-0 or The Wolverine or the new sci-fi thriller Altered Carbon, you've seen this guy.
My name is William Lee. I am a ninja, a Yakuza gangster, a bank robber, insurance con. That's according to IMDb. My most underrated credit, I was Ice-T's son, found on the streets. I was a rapper, and I was a ninja, all at the same time. Completely underrated. My most overrated is probably Sang-min from Hawaii Five-0. It's the one I get stopped in the streets the most. And he basically looks like Dog the Bounty Hunter, Asian version. All right, I gotta pick one. Oh, this is a good one. When you're on set, what is your guilty pleasure craft service snack? Every 2 or 3 weeks, I buy the whole crew boxes of donuts, and then I eat about 6 or 7 of them. And that is my guilty pleasure snack. You can see me next on February 26th, my first episode of The Good Doctor on ABC. And on Altered Carbon, streaming on Netflix right now. It will blow your mind. I get to shoot a lot of people, kiss a lot of people, but I don't take off my clothes, I think. Did I? You're exaggerating.
What do Friday Night Lights, Breaking Bad, and directors Steven Spielberg, Rian Johnson, and Martin Scorsese all have in common? Our next guest, Jesse Plemons.
Come on, Garrett Bear, live a little, it's the weekend.
We were just saying how you were always better at games than Debbie was.
Well, thank you not to besmirch my ex-wife. That woman is an angel.
Oh, yeah, she was much better at games than you.
Jesse, welcome to the IMDb show.
Thank you.
Great to have you here.
Great to be here.
So what's the movie Game Night all about?
It's about this group of friends that get together every Friday night. It's a tradition to do a game night, and on this particular night, things sort of go awry.
We don't need a board, and we do not need pieces.
We won't need any extra rudeness either.
You know, it's got Jason Bateman in there, Rachel McAdams, all playing very kind of lovable, fun characters. Ow.
Oh my God, I shot you!
What the? And then there's you.
I'm not lovable and fun?
Creepy Gary in this film. What was it that drew you to the role of Gary?
It was just so funny. And it was almost as if he was in a completely different movie, like he had wandered in from some other movie and found his way in this comedy. I feel like he's just one of those guys that has very good intentions, great heart, but he's just, unfortunately, his face does not represent that. He just can't not come off creepy.
Well, we're going to try something. I have nursery rhyme here, and I challenge you to read this in the creepiest Gary way that you can.
Let's see. Mary had a little lamb. Her fleece was white as snow. And everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go. There you go.
My man. Well done. That's the creepiest rendition of Mary Had a Little Lamb I've ever heard.
Goodness.
What can you tell us about The Irishman thus far? I know you've wrapped shooting. This is arguably kind of one of the most anticipated gangster movies. What was that experience like, being asked to be in a Scorsese movie called The Irishman?
It was like I woke up at a movie mobster ball. It was just so bizarre and strange. And the best part of that was just sort of finding a corner to watch 3 takes of Joe Pesci just listening to someone give a speech.
I'm funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown, I amuse you?
Is that very surreal for you, does it? Or do you just, are you used to it by now?
Yeah, it doesn't faze me at all, man. No, it's, I still can't believe it. It still doesn't quite, makes sense.
Do you remember that movie you made, Battleship?
No, yeah.
Do you remember what the aliens were called in that film?
Ooh, I remember my lizard, Penelope, right?
Yeah.
But what were the aliens?
They were called Regents.
Regents.
Yeah. Well, Kerry got the chance to visit the team at Ironhead Studio, who not only designed the Regents from your film, but have also been responsible for many iconic characters.
I'm at Ironhead Studio in Van Nuys. These guys have made helmets and costumes for some amazing movies, like Tron Legacy, Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice, and Thor Ragnarok. And today, I'm finding out exactly what it takes to build a superhero. When you get a phone call, someone says, hey, I'm doing this superhero movie, I want you to design the helmet, I want you to design the costume. Fill in all those gaps for me. What is that?
But it always starts the same way as we'll take a body scan. Just pop up here. This is a starting point. This is where all superheroes begin.
Okay, I'm ready.
So then from here, Jason will take it and clean up the data. And then we also have hand scanners. So they'll do detailed heads, hands, limbs, and from there we get a perfect body we can work from.
That's me. My posture is terrible.
Then we build muscle suits first. From there, then we build the outer skins. Then the soft goods, you need to find your fabrics. And so this one over here is the Black Panther test. So this is an arm we sculpted, and then we skinned it with test fabric. So this is a weave that we came up with. This is a prototype glove for Black Panther. So you just have these sculptural details we add. Prints of different sorts, sculpted and cast materials. There's a lot going on this arm.
I mean, we have glowing helmets, things with different colors, but I would say out of all the pieces here, my eye was drawn to this one the most. The level of detail on this is so phenomenal.
There's well over 30 individual pieces, so when it's put together, it has that richness. It doesn't feel like it's a masked off and painted bit. There's a section here that comes out for breathing easily. There's interior passageways for air. There's a lot that went into this.
Move, Captain. I won't ask a second time.
Jose, thank you so much for having us here at Ironhead today.
Thanks for coming.
Jesse, are you ready for some questions from fans on Twitter?
Let's hear them.
At JamieSurgener95 on Twitter wants to know, if you could time travel and play any character in any film ever made, who would you like to play and why?
I mean, probably my favorite character of all time, Lonesome Dove.
Robert Duvall.
Robert Duvall's character.
It was Abe Lincoln who freed the slaves, Bob, not General Lee.
I don't think I could do it as well as Robert Duvall.
From Africa by Toto, apart from your own, what is your favorite episode of Black Mirror?
Season 1, Episode 2, 15 Million Merits. It's a slow burn, and then by the end, that last monologue was just a shot to the gut. He was so good.
We don't see people up here, it's all fodder.
Okay, guys, let's get into this week's watch list.
I think my favorite show, probably for the last, well, since it came out, was Baskets.
You look like a clown, but you are not a clown.
I am a clown!
I love it, and especially Louis Anderson. It was like somehow the part he was born to play.
Right?
He's so good. By probably the second or third episode, you totally forget he's a man.
Nobody seems to care.
What about you, Carrie?
I will be finishing the end of The Effing World.
I kind of think I could fall in love with him.
I thought she could be interesting to kill, so I pretended to fall in love with her.
It's a great show. It has such a dark premise and a great cast. I highly recommend, if you guys haven't seen it, to watch it. I will also be watching the Olympics. Women's curling is happening this weekend. That's something we should all be very excited about.
Okay.
It's curling.
I'm gonna get excited.
Yeah. Super excited.
It's curling.
For me on my watch list, you've given it to me actually. Lonesome Dove, Robert Duvall.
No need to thank me.
I appreciate
It's
it.
one of the
88.
best casts of all time. Chris Cooper, Angelica Houston, Danny Glover. It's great. You'll
I like
it.
that.
If you like westerns, you'll
That's
like
on my watch list right there. As well, Black Panther.
It is my responsibility to make sure that Wakanda does not fall into the hands of a person like you.
Awesome, awesome superhero movie. If you're not a big fan, it might convert you.
That's true.
Jesse Plemons, thank you so much for being here on the
Thanks
show.
a lot, man.
Such a
Thanks for
pleasure
having
having
me.
you here in real life, watching
Nice
your
to
work.
meet you.
Game Night's out February 23rd everywhere. Before we go, head on over to imdb.com/show where you can rate the show and watch all of our previous episodes. And to take us out, with all the great trailers that drop each and every week, we like to close the show by rolling the best parts from all those trailers into one in this week's Trailer.
Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Oh, and there.
God, I love the net.
They're done already? Oh, wow, that was unrealistically fast. Okay, hit it.
Are they swollen?
I don't think they're swollen, Cliff.
Oh!
They're still very little.
Okay. Very funny. You and I laughing at your joke. New guy, he no laugh. He cried.
What's your number?
That's really clever.
That's clever.
What's your number? Give me your phone. I'm gonna give you my number.
Are you still talking to
Don't
me?
chicken out now, son.
Call me.
No.
Frank! No, don't tell Frank. Deanna just had sex in a public place.
Where?
In the stacks.
In her slacks?
No, shut up, Frank.